Hello, everybody. This is Dave Robinson, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. I just want to tell you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you many times over. I just want to say thank you guys for the many donations that you have given over the past 2 years. You guys, again, you guys helped me keep my boots on the ground. I use the words boots because that's where I'm familiar with being retired military. You guys kept my boots on the ground to fight for my son. As you guys know, at the beginning of coming out to Arizona, I needed to view my son's case as a mission for me because you guys know in the military we're taught not to ever leave a fallen comrade. My son is my son, so I definitely wasn't leaving him behind. But also to put the mission first, and my son is my mission as to find him. So I reached out to you guys, asked for help, asked for donations. You guys reached back in your pockets and you helped me out, you guys. And that really, and I'm saying a stranger you guys didn't know. So I'm telling you guys, I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You guys, like I said, kept me there with my boots on the ground. I was able to be effective and putting together a search for my son. You guys have provided avenues for me to continue my search. You guys, over those 49 weeks, over 35,000 acres of land, you guys cover the cost of the equipment that I have out there to keep volunteers safe, as well as help towards my PI that I had to have to help on one aspect of my son's case as well. Like I said, it's keeping billboards and doing things outside of the desert that I end up creating the flyer distribution. First was the city search that I had out there, you guys, where I was able to put flyers out all across the hospitals to the mental health wards, things like that. But then I was able to put flyers everywhere through the homeless shelters, the homeless population, but all across this country, different events I was able to attend, follow leads to get those flyers out there, thousands upon thousands of flyers, and it came with your aid and your help. So I want to say again, you guys, the form of donation you guys have done in many ways, whether it's donating here on the GoFundMe, but or also donating by printing out flyers off the website, pleasehelpfinddaniel.com, and those kind of helps that you guys have doing the mail-in protests, etc. But like I said, I'm really still here on the fight, you guys. I know it's been 2 years. You guys has been helping me. Like I said, I would not continually be able to be effective the way I have been for those 2 years to get the answers that we have gotten. As you guys know, none of the information that came about my son case came from law enforcement. The only thing they can say they have done X amount of searches or follow up on some of the leads that we was able to give to law enforcement. But I can tell you everything we know about my son's vehicle, the red transfer paint, the 11 additional miles, all the things you hear about that vehicle and on the I like to call crime scene because it is a crime scene came from my efforts and also from my PI getting those answers. As you guys know, it's also been productive. The money that you guys have been donating to help keep the searches going, it has been productive because it was able to bring some families some form of closure. I like to say some form of closure because nobody want to find their loved ones deceased, but was able to bring some closure to some families, some form of closure to families out there who had missing loved ones, didn't know where they were, and they was able to be recovered in our efforts out there to find Daniel. Also, I was able to close a case for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. As you guys remember, it was a stolen vehicle that I was able to locate out there in that desert as well. So again, outside of the desert, you guys, I have been doing many, many functions from helping other families with your donations as well, helping other families getting a day of remembrance. Some of these other events that I was able to put together with my team to bring awareness to other missing person cases as well as Daniel's. Also, you guys, the kind of like visuals, things like that, you guys. But like I said, you guys, I really need your help to continue my fight. Right now, you guys know my efforts is to continue to put the law enforcement pressure on because I have the mail-in protest. You guys see, and that's been effective as well. But I have to keep this pressure on law enforcement because, as you guys know, law enforcement have failed to do a complete forensic make workup on my son's vehicle. We found the red transfer paint. We need to know where that come from. We have the air. I have the vehicle in my possession. They gave me that vehicle a day after it was found on July the 19th. I have forced them to keep that vehicle for a few days to do forensics on it, and they only did a partial. When I say a partial forensic, they just swapped the steel wheel and shifter. We all know that if it was a police cruiser, they would not just do the shifter and it still will with all the airbags deployed. We need to know who was in that vehicle, what DNA is on these airbags. We need the passenger side swab. We need look for fibers. We need to find if there's blood in the vehicle. They say, hey, the vehicle toast and roll, and there was no injuries. That's not acceptable. We need to find out there's blood been wiped up, things like that. Outside the vehicle, you guys, as well, like I said, the red transfer plate, but we also look at them clothing that have to be processed properly. It hadn't been processed at all. They haven't done any forensic work on those clothing. Only thing they're saying, that is your son's clothing in this pile 3 feet away from the vehicle. My daughter don't recognize the clothing, though she see Daniel almost daily. Not every day, but she see him like she have a good indication what clothes he wear, and she doesn't recognize it, and I don't recognize it. And we want to find out if it's indeed Daniel's clothing or it's saying it's Daniel's clothing. We know those forensically tested, and if it is Daniel's his clothing, we know that there would be residue from the airbags when they hit him. They would also check, make sure it's to say that he was actually in the vehicle when that time of the roll and all the kind of stuff, which it did, we all know is a partial roll, it never did roll over. But if he was deed in that vehicle, if there's gunpowder on there, saying he's been around for somebody did something unfortunate, whatever the case may be, we need to find real physical evidence that's there on that clothing is need to be processed. So guys, I really need to stay in this fight to get those things done. And also, you guys, not forget, before I forget as well to mention, I was able to in my investigation to encourage and make the, well, not encourage, but make them, but I had encouraged the Tempe Police Department to do forensics for me on all of Daniel electronics out of his apartment. It wasn't law enforcement that did this, it wasn't Buckeye. It was my meeting with law enforcement to get them to do the workup. And I'm saying this, when I say law enforcement, it's a different department. It's the city where Daniel was living at the time. They did the forensics on the electronics for me, and as they would say, they told me it's for as a favor to me. And because my son is a resident of Tempe at the time, I had a meeting with the mayor, and they did the forensics as a for me as a favor, but also we was able to share that information with the Buckeye Police Department. But like I said, what I found in that investigation is it goes along with my investigator PI who did assessment of the apartment. We put those two things together, and you can see that someone was tampering around Daniel's apartment after he went missing. I can't give you guys the date, but we have the date and things like that. So long story, guys, it's a lot of parts in my son's disappearance that need to be explored by law enforcement. We already know, as it stands, for 2 years, the one department holding my son's case back. I call it holding Daniel's case hostage. Nothing is getting done in that department. That's why I'm fighting hard, you guys, and I need your continued support so I can get my son's case moved over to the Maricopa County Sheriff Office, DPS, to get these things done properly, get the forensics done as well, so I can get these answers to some of the evidence I collected. Some things, of course, you guys, I can't share everything with the public. There's some other things that's there that I believe forensic would tie those things together, and we have those full answers and not just suspicions or circumstantial evidence. Those things will actually match up to a person, a place, or thing. So again, you guys, I need your help. I decided that I didn't want to do a big writing like I do normally for the update on the GoFundMe. I just wanted you guys to see my face and see my sincerity. I'm not perfect by all means, but I'm trying to do the best I can. I know some people say, "Hey, man, you can do this and you can do that." I'm a father. I'm a father, desperate, looking for my son. I'm doing a whole lot better than I did from day one. However, at the same time, I'm not perfect and I'm still working on it, but I definitely need you guys' help to continue my efforts. I have goals right now to have more meetings with law enforcement, and I need you guys' help to keep me again. I'm asking again, you guys, to keep me in Arizona to be able to have these meetings and have these talks with law enforcement and get these things done before. And again, you guys, and also like the vehicle itself is in jeopardy of being lost forever. Of course, when I say in jeopardy, I have to pay for the storage of these vehicles. I have to pay, and for that vehicle, it's costly, very costly. I have to pay for the storage of the other forensics in a separate storage facility, and it's costly every month. It's something I have to pay for, and of course, I'm going to do that for my son. But I need your help. You guys are willing to donate to my cause and what I'm doing. So a lot of aspects of that, what I'm trying to do. in relations. And also, lastly, I want to say, you guys, I also need help going forward, other things and endeavors I want to do when it comes to missing person cases in at large. And what I'm saying is, I've seen things from day one that could be improved. That's why I have the petition. You guys can go to pleasehelpfinddaniel.com and put your voice to the petition if you haven't already, because I have a lot of advocacy things I want to do to help other families. I want to expand this grassroots movement that I was able to create under God's will. I was able to create and help bring awareness, like I said, for other missing person cases, but also being an advocate for those missing persons, try to find ways to help these families, find their loved ones, and also to try to help find ways to keep some of these cases forever happen in the first place, you guys. And I really want to fight towards that. And I have came up some ideas, share a lot of those with some of the senators there in Arizona, but I want to be able to do more, and I need you guys' help on that endeavor as well. Things I need to do that I feel like I'm called to do a work to help other families as well. So you guys can support in those ways. I truly bless you, grateful, and I want to say thank you so much. God bless you for doing so. So I don't want to overtalk you guys because I can't overtalk. I want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, it means a lot to me to know that people like you dig into your pockets to help me out. A stranger, a person you don't know, some of you have never met me, but you treat my son's case just as if Daniel was your own. You treat me like I'm one of your family members. So I really appreciate you guys, because you have to show love. You doing that for a stranger, you actually showing love, and I really appreciate you guys. And I have much love and respect for you too. I don't see your faces, of course, but I do really appreciate you guys who have been supporting for day one. I just need your help again. I just need some more help to do those works that I need to do, and as well as continue my efforts to locate my son. So, okay, you guys, that's it. Again, if you guys have any information, those who watching this video, and you see the tip line on the bottom, please utilize that. I pay for that service as well. You can remain anonymous, live operators, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Could take your call. You can, like I said, you can remain anonymous. If you don't want to talk to anybody at all, you can just text the word tip to that same number, and a form will come up, and you can still remain anonymous. So I really think, and I did have tip from someone. I said this before on another live, but I had a tip from someone recently that we're corresponding right now. I don't know who this person is, but we're having direct conversations with each other. I'm unable to see who this person is, etc. But I am having those conversations with them. And like I said, this is a tip line for those who have information and want to share the information with me to help me locate my son and find out what happened. If you have direct knowledge, you don't. Like I said again, I don't have to know who you are. I just need this information to bring my son home. It's been over 2 years now, and it's very crucial for us to get an answer. It's good to go ahead and clean our conscience or share what we know, get over our fears. Like I said, being anonymous, I wouldn't know if you say, "Oh, hey, look, I want to tell you this, but I don't need you to say where you get source you got it from or whatever those indications are." I just need the answers to find out what happened to my son. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I can overtalk. I've been doing this for 13 minutes. I'm just a long talker, but thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. God bless you for all the love, support you have been doing from day one, all the donations you guys have been giving to keep me in that fight. I really appreciate each and every last one of you. Take care of yourself. God bless you. God bless you and everybody that you love. Thank you.